and the operators are showing up as we speak.
Yeah, so one of the things that we did in Openstack Barcelona was the Interop Challenge, and brought out lots of folks and showed some interoperability. And so we were thinking, well, what are we going to do to top that? What can we do for phase 2? And we went to the community and said, hey, what's interesting? You know, what should we look at? And the feedback we got from the community was, why don't you look at using Kubernetes? Why don't you look at using NFV workloads? So we started getting the folks working in those areas. And then my good friend Mark turned to me and said, hey, you know, why don't we crank it up a notch? Why don't we look at maybe just not working with one ecosystem of Kubernetes? Why don't you see if you can work with Cockroach DB? And you know, maybe you ought to try this CoreOS image instead and see if that breaks stuff. And put this all together. So thank you, Mark, for taking it up a notch and getting my stress level through the roof.
Sure. Well, we like to live dangerously here on the Openstack Summit live stage. So I appreciate you and everybody who worked so hard to get ready for this, to show off how we can run the same code on every single cloud. Is that the deal?
Absolutely. So what we have in Openstack is a project called RefStack, and that's a conformance project where everyone runs the same test to make sure that everything is interoperable. Now, one of the things that we like to do, in addition to everyone up here running these tests, is we like to prove it holistically with an end-to-end solution where we do an automated deployment as part of that effort. We have everybody running the same Ansible playbook scripts. Those scripts are all available publicly to everyone to go review in our repository. So between the RefStack project and getting everybody to have the courage to come up here on stage with live clouds, we go after this and see what happens.
All right. Well, I think it's time for us to say, operators, start your clouds. So everyone is going to start deploying this script. And as Brad said, it's the exact same script that they're all running across every one of these clouds. We have 15 clouds from all over the world. And as they get started, I'm just going to jump out here and start putting them on the spot and asking them hard questions. What do you think? Should we do it? All right. Well, we're going to go with SUSE first. So I'm going to go down here and take a look at what's going on. So what's your name and what are we looking at here on your screen?
Roman from SUSE. So we're going through the initial bootstrapping process right now. Mostly it's key provisioning, security rules. So we're looking good.
Okay, so things are off to a good start with SUSE. So I think we should maybe talk to NetApp for a minute. They're down here, and I think they might have some progress to show. Why don't you tell us what we're looking at here?
Hey Mark, so my name is Sumit, and so we're going through the deployment script right now, but if I switch over to the Horizon dashboard, I can see that my security groups have already been created, and the volumes have been provisioned, and they are attached to the instances running. Now, once the script is done, we should also be able to bring up our Kubernetes dashboard and see the different pods running.
Okay, and what country is your cloud running in?
So it's located in RTP, North Carolina, so in the United States.
In the United States, okay, very cool. Is there anybody here whose cloud is not in the United States? Show of hands. All right, very cool. Easy stack. Why don't we go down here and find out where their cloud might be located?
Yeah, hello, I'm Ken, and our host is located in China.
Okay, in China, very good. We have an incredible community of OpenStack contributors in China.
Yes.
Many of them are here today, so it's great to have you on the stage.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we've taken a look at the different steps we're going through here, but why don't we look at the version? So is anybody running Newton? That was a pretty hot release. Okay, we got some people running Newton. So why don't we go down here to VexHost and see what you're working on right now?
So Mohammed from VexHost. Right now what it's doing is actually installing all of the Kubernetes binaries, which means in the next few minutes the Kubernetes cluster is going to be up, and we'll be able to have a look at the dashboard.
Okay.
And a cool fact that this is actually running on our production cloud. So this is the same production cloud that our customers are using.
Okay, you're a bold man.
Yeah, of course.
Just doing it live on your production cloud your customers are using.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the same environment that our customers are using, and this is just a small little demo.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, well why don't we see who's on the bleeding edge and who might be running Okada? Anybody? Canonical. Proud orange shirt. Beautiful. I'm going to say beautiful.
Yeah, so we're running a bunch of Openstack Okata deployed with Juju and Mans on the Openstack Charms project. We've got the cluster coming up now, and pretty soon we'll have a Kubernetes pod with Cockroach DB running in that. So we've got Juju, Maz, OpenStack, Ansible, all sorts of tooling involved. This is a great effort.
Composing all the open source things, huh? That's very cool. So I know that one of the goals here is to get to having the Kubernetes dashboard up. Is anybody ready to show that? Not yet? Oh, here we go. Rackspace. All right. I think everyone knows you. Why don't you introduce yourself anyway?
Hi, I'm Agnes Stigler, and I work at Rackspace. I just finished deploying our cluster on our private cloud, and Kubernetes dashboard is up with master and 3 workers.
Wow. Okay. Very good. Awesome, Egla. All right, so Spencer, I know that you showed us what the power of Cockroach DB is, unfortunately named as it may be, it does seem to be hard to kill, you say. So I think we put it to the test. Do you mind if a few of our clouds here join your cluster?
Well, the more the merrier. It's supposed to scale. Let's see if it does.
Okay, so we're looking at the cluster that you deployed earlier, and now we're going to see who we can go to have them join it. Why don't we start with IBM? Tong here has done a ton of work to pull this off. So Tong, why don't we go take a look at what you're doing and tell us about it?
Absolutely. Now I'm showing the Kubernetes dashboard. You can see that I don't have any pods. Right now I'm going to switch to the console. If I run this command, I should have 4 nodes up running, 4 pods up running, and eventually join that big cluster.
Okay, so on the left screen here, we've got Spencer's cluster where we're looking at the live nodes, and you're in a different cloud spinning up the same workload, and you're going to try to jump in on the fun and join his Cockroach cluster. Let's see what happens.
Right, it's only take a few seconds, 10 seconds.
There it is. Got the new nodes.
We have 4 new nodes now from IBM. You can see it's already rebalancing. It's moved. You can see now they're up all about 13 or 14 replicas. That will continue until there's an even spread of replicas across all of the nodes now in the cluster.
Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna pick another volunteer, as they say, at random. Why don't we go with Open Telecom Cloud? Is that the wrong time? Okay. Oh, sorry, Egla volunteered and I missed that.
All right, so I'm just running this live right now, and hopefully in a couple seconds we'll see the nodes up. I think they display the Cockroach.
Okay, we're refreshing.
Hopefully we'll show Rackspace nodes up.
I share your hopes and dreams.
My screen says that everything worked fine, so hopefully that's the case.
There it is, Rackspace.
Awesome.
All right, and Open Telecom Cloud, I jumped the gun on that, but you're ready to go now.
Yeah, hi there. So I'm ready to run the same command as Tong and Ike did. So I'm going to join the Cockroach DB cluster. So you can see here that this is the Kubernetes dashboard with all my nodes. And I do not, yes, I'm currently joined the pod.
Okay.
And yeah, all the nodes are running in our public cloud in Germany. And yeah, this is a public cloud, and this is our production environment. So no demo.
Wow.
This is live.
So you and Vexos are both just going live on the production right here on the public cloud. And it worked. Okay, and there it is. Open Telecom Cloud. Wow. So this is pretty amazing. This is the promise. This is what you promised me, Spencer. So it seems to be working. If anybody else wants to go ahead and join the Cockroach cluster, go ahead and do it now. And Spencer will tell us more about why this is pretty awesome for users.
Yeah, this is not just an incredibly cool demo, which it is. It's also actually what more and more people that are trying to use Cockroach now are looking for. They're trying to build global data architectures. Right? So they're going to be using clouds in all kinds of regions around the globe in order to satisfy a global customer base. And so, having Kubernetes running in each of those on top of OpenStack and running the Cockroach nodes is clearly something that works. So we're demonstrating that, and I think that's a use case you're going to see more of.
Right. So if you care about your data, you probably want it replicated. You might want it in different countries. You might want it across different providers. And by putting this whole open cloud stack together, an infrastructure stack, we've actually got the ability to do that across multiple OpenStack clouds, multiple Kubernetes running on top, and Cockroach. So this is pretty amazing. I want to start for a minute here and just thank everyone who worked so hard to pull this off. So great job, everybody. And if you look up, okay, we'll move on to the award ceremony. All right, so to thank everyone, we did get everyone a trophy for being part of this awesome thing. It's not one of those participation trophies. This is because you made it work. So I'm going to start by giving Brad his, and everyone else will get yours backstage. But thank you so much.
Thank you.